In a book called Songlines, Bruce Chatwin relates a belief held by Aboriginal peoples in Australia, wherein creator beings sang the world into existence piece by piece as they moved across the land. From this rock to that tree, this kangaroo to that watering hole, they sang it, and it was so. In this culture, a person's home was not a square piece of earth, but that song line that their totemic ancestor had traveled, and continuing to walk this well-worn path and sing this ancient song kept the land alive. These myriad songlines weren't parallel. They met and crossed each other at essential junctions where there was sustenance and shelter to be had, friendships to be rediscovered and strengthened, campfires lit, tales told, songs sung, and spirits renewed for the journey ahead. Many there still hold this belief and this way of life. And many in our community live much the same reality. Our homes are not plots of earth, but lines we travel as we sing our way across the land, with familiar stopping points along our way. We find our families in the strangest of circumstances, and often we know not when we shall meet again. But there are certain places our paths are sure to cross, where we can find and share all we need: food, shelter, comfort, and the most sacred sustenance of song. One such place is Falcon Ridge. The first person you meet welcomes you with a smile that proves they know you, even if they don't, and you know immediately you're home. Everyone at Falcon Ridge is a creator being of sorts, and history continues to be written. People have sung and eaten and drunk and loved every square foot of the ranch into existence, from the front porch to the dance stage, Camp Dar to the Budgie Dome. The life cycle is in full display, from the emerging artists to the final bow. Falcon Ridge is life. And life goes on. No matter what may be thrown at us, no matter what may seek to keep us apart, music reminds us who we are and who we love. And though our paths do not cross in person this year, our songlines have, and here we are. We will return to Falcon Ridge. We will swap songs and break bread and battle extremes and fatigue, and we will wonder why we came, and we will know the answer even as we ask the question. But for now, sit back. Breathe in the music and the memories and the knowledge that you're not alone. You never were and you never will be. Your family and your home. Welcome back to Falcon Ridge. And please, don't forget the sunscreen.
Greetings, music lovers, and welcome to the 32nd Annual Falcon Ridge Folk Festival. I'm John Platt from WFUV, and this is my 19th festival. I guess I'm a relative newbie, but once I got started, I never wanted to stop, except for 2 years when I had to miss it because of a family vacation overseas, and when I was in the hospital a couple of years ago. But there have been all kinds of conditions over the years. I think you'll have to admit that this is unique. That's why it's the 2020 Share and Shelter in Place Festival. And I think it's kind of a tribute to the importance of the festival to the community, the music community, that it's surviving on this virtual basis. Of course, it's more than just a summer festival, you know. In so many ways, it's a reunion. And there are certain rituals that come attached to that. You know what they are, the preferred campsites or lodgings, certain spots on the hill, food vendors that you gravitate to, crafts or clothing places that you enjoy on the midway, certain stages that you gravitate to, of course the main stage, but also the workshop stage or the dance tent or the family tent. And then there's those extras, the pre-festival farmers market tastings, and of course the ever popular lounge stage. Of course, the big wild card is the weather, and you can expect that at least one time every year there'll be a storm of biblical proportions. So rain or shine or pandemic, it's all about community, and so we're so glad that you're joining us today for this virtual festival. We'll have mini sets from headliners for the next 2.5 hours. We'll start with regulars on the dance tent. Paul Rosenberg with Tame Rutabaga. They're part of family and community dance. Paul, who's been with Falcon Ridge Folk Festival for an amazing 26 years. He's the one who wants to encourage the dance phobic to give it a try. And Tame Rutabaga brings their joyous touch of traditional fiddle tunes to this, which is their third Falcon Ridge Folk Festival. We'll also hear soon after that with one of my personal favorites, Annie Wenz. She divides her time between Florida and New England. You can find her on the road on her motorcycle, perhaps on her way to one of the other festivals. She travels with indigenous flutes and percussion and a guitar, and she's just a joyous presence in the house band or on the family stage. The Gaslight Tinkers were they are a quartet from Western Mass and Vermont, and they blew our mind with their creativity when they first came to Falcon Ridge. They're kind of a combination of old time and Celtic music mixed with Caribbean and reggae and African rhythms. They were hit at Falcon Ridge, and they definitely were hit with my On Your Radar series at Falcon Ridge at Rockwood Music Hall. Last year was their fourth consecutive Falcon Ridge, and they played on all four stages. Talk about versatile. Well, talk about versatile. There is Susan Werner. I think one of everyone's all-time favorites. Is she not a folk goddess? Every show she does is a little different, just the way every album she does is a little different. Of course, there's the Agnostic Gospel album and classic covers, and most recently the NOLA album. She is so quick-witted. That's why she's popular with the late night song swap. But one of my favorite moments from Falcon Ridge was, I think, 9 or 10 years ago with the Gospel Wake-Up Call, where Susan shared the stage with Red Molly and Brother Sun, and they put together 7-part harmony on May I Suggest. And the other main stage headliner in the next hour is Nerissa and Katryna Nields. I think they've got an all-time record for attendance here, 7 times as the Nields and 25 times all together. And it's more than just Nerissa and Katryna, of course. It's all in the family, usually on stage and off. And we've watched their kids grow up over the years, and they've all become really talented musicians themselves. I think Amelia, with her group, Calliope Jones, is really something to reckon with. What the Nields are doing recently really resonates in our lives. A year ago, they did a song that just blew my mind called Tyrants Never Fall. I'm sorry, Tyrants Always Fall. And they included that on their new album called November, which is songs that are definitely geared towards the election and the zeitgeist, as you might say. So get ready for 2.5 hours, starting with these artists, and we'll get you back for more later on.
Let's see, we might have just the right size crowd for my favorite dance, because we can't have too few and we can't have too many. Circle left.
break. Couple 3, make an arch. Couple 1, rip and snort through the arch. Pull everybody with you. Couple 1, let go only of each other. And circle to the left you go. And circle back to the right. Circle left. And back to the right. And thank your partners and corners all. Nice dance.
Okay, so in this next dance, we're going to use this instrument. It's called a clarinet. Does it have a net on it? No, but there's some nets over there on the basketball courts, but not on this. But I'll tell you, it does have a thing like this. It's called a reed, and it's a very thin piece of bamboo. And if I don't use the reed, it sounds like this. Not that good, right? But when I put the reed on, it's sort of like when you get a piece of grass and you put it between your thumbs and you blow on it like this and it makes a noise. That's the principle of this. And it's really just like a recorder, but the reed vibrates and it goes through this big tube. So we're going to do this song called Zemer Atik, which is called Ancient Song. And here's what the instruments, the guitar and the clarinet, sound like. So Paul's going to tell us how the dance goes. It's one of our favorites. Hope you like it.
Zemer Atik is a dance that comes from 1948. It's one of the few dances we know when it was created. It was created when Israel became a country. And a whole bunch of dances were created to celebrate the beginning of that nation. This is my favorite dance from Israel because it's the easiest to do. Although it took me personally probably about 25 times before I got it, but I'm probably one of the slowest learners in the world. So we're going to teach this to you right now, and it's got a handhold, which you can, of course, if you're dancing by yourself, you can just go like this, and this is supposed to represent a camel. Now, if you have more than one person besides you, you can get into a snaky line or a circle, and you have your left hand like you're carrying a pizza, and the right hand like the pizza was really bad and you threw it down. And what we're going to do is take 5 little steps starting on any foot for the first part of the dance. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you pause for a bit, and now you're going to use your pause. You're going to clap twice to the right, or, yeah, I was going to say the outside of the circle, but you probably don't have a circle. Clap, clap, and then once to the left. Now, if you end up clapping to the opposite side than I am, it still works. And then you do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clap, clap, clap. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clap, clap, clap. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the first part of the dance. Part 2 of the dance, you can either face your partner if you want. Usually you face the middle. We're going to face you out there in video land. And this part You don't have to do it, but I like to start on my right foot. You take a little step with the right, and then snap. And if snapping is difficult, you can clap instead. And then a little step on the left, and snap. And then you take 4 tiny steps back till you're back where you started, and it looks like a bow. It's an old-fashioned Middle Eastern bow. And we're going to do that 4 times. Ready? And 1, snap, 2, snap, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's the entire dance, and we're going to do it 3 times through. So what do you guys say?
I say, let's do it.
What do you folks there in
fall in
video
love.
land say? Are you ready? So get your left hand up facing the ceiling. And so this represents, if there's a whole bunch of you, it looks like a bunch of camels going through the desert. So we'll have a little intro, starting on any foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Part 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Back, 2, 3. Right. Left. Back, 2, 3, 4. Right. Back to this camel. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Part 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, left. Beautiful dancing. This dance is a 500-year-old dance that people are still doing in France. There's a lot of dances like that in France. I guess they don't have as much to do as us. So this dance has the name in French, several names, but we know it as brise-pied, B-R-I-S-E-P-I-E-D, and that means broken foot. And I think the way they did the dance originally, they stamped their foot, and somebody got so enthusiastic, they broke their foot. So I recommend, instead of stamping the foot, that we clap our hands. Clap, clap. This dance is just done. I'm going to have to turn my back to you folks so that you can copy what I do. And basically, there's some surprises in this dance that we have a lot of fun with, and I hope you will too. Just copy what I do. So I'll do a little quick intro. We move to our right, but if you go to the left, that's okay also. And we take little tiny steps sideways. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 1. You could swing your arms if you want to make it authentic. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. That's the easy part of the dance. Now this part is a little tricky. So you're going to follow your right shoulder and turn to the right. Follow your left shoulder and turn to the left. And now go all the way around to the right, which is harder to do. And you end with clap, clap. Then you slant to the left, slant to the right, and go all the way around, and you go clap, clap. That's the entire dance. But I warn you, it's not as straightforward as it looks right now. So we're going to do this with the music. And wish me luck, because I don't know if I can keep up with them, and you'll see what I mean. To the right. 1, 2, 1, 1. Turn to the right and turn to the left. Now go all the way around and you go, clap, clap. Turn to the left and turn to the right. All the way around and you go. Not so hard, huh? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Turn to the right and left. Take shorter steps. I can't keep up. Thank you. Oh, that was too fast for me. 20 years ago, I could do that dance, but so hopefully you at home were able to keep up with that. It's kind of fun. That dance is done throughout France, even though it's been done for 500 years. And what I didn't want to tell you ahead of time, that was going to get faster and faster and slow down. They'll do this dance for like 7 to 10 minutes in France, and they'll play with the dancers. The dancers and the band play with each other, and it's kind of a way for to play tricks on the dancers. And it's for the dancers, it's fun to see if you can keep up with the changes in speed. So that's brise-pied, broken foot, and I hope you did better than me.
Now we're going to do a very, very special story and dance that comes from the islands in the Pacific Ocean. Sometimes they're called Polynesia, sometimes they're called the South Sea Islands. One of the big ones is called Tahiti. I love that word. Say that, everybody. Tahiti. Isn't that a cool sound? And what happened was, a long time ago, people lived on these islands, maybe 2,000 or 3,000 years ago. They lived on these islands, and the problem was that more and more people were being born, but the island was staying the same size. So guess what happened? Too many people, overpopulation, right?
That's right.
So they all got together, and they decided, sort of like Moana, they have to like build some big canoes and row across the ocean. This is actually a true story. This actually happened. And one of the places they ended up was Hawaii and some other islands. Well, it was a really long, hard journey, but they did it. And today, they do this dance, which we call Ho'e'ana, which in the Polynesian language means we are rowing. They do this dance to celebrate those old times when they made this journey. And we're going to use the ukulele, or as they call it in Hawaii, ukulele. And the story is that at some point in Hawaii, Portuguese people from Portugal came to Hawaii in sailing boats, big ones, and when they left a few instruments like this. And then, maybe 500 years later, it's the most popular instrument in Hawaii. In fact, I got this very ukulele in Hawaii, and it's made out of koa wood, which grows in Hawaii. And so just to show you what this sounds like, we're going to do a traditional Hawaiian song called Aloha Oe.
Thank you, Peter. This dance is a dance I learned many years ago, and there are so many versions of this. I know you've heard me say this before, but we took several versions and we put them together for our version. So as Peter said, this is about people needing to move to another island because they ran out of food and they needed to move their families. My version that I came up with many years ago was, we're not just looking for food, we're looking for the best coconut in the entire world, not just the standard supermarket coconut, like an organic, fair trade, free range, etc. coconut. So we are going to keep going until we get to that island, and it might be a very, very long time before we get there. So there's some things that I need to tell you about the way this dance works before we do it. And that is that you have to have your paddle ready. So get out your paddles. And you also have to have your life jacket ready, because in case we run into problems, you should always wear a life jacket in the ocean. And also, all you need to do from here on is just follow what you see on the film of the music studio kids doing a beautiful job of this dance. And then after they teach you the dance, we're going to join you to really go to the Pacific Islands. So let's go over to the music studio kids now.
Let's launch the canoes. Here's a wave to the right and a wave to the left. Let's steady the canoe. And a wave to the right and a wave to the left. Let's steady the canoe. Now we're getting into the calm water. Let's look for the island, shade our eyes from the sun. We go all day under the light of the sun and all night under the light of the moon. 4 directions, looking for the island.
Rowing over the sea. Bring the land to me.
When they say bring the land to me, they believe that they're going to find the island with the best coconut. And they did. They found it late at night, because the next part of the story shows 8 stars in the sky. And one of the people in one of the canoes was impatient. That person dove into the water and made a splashing sound. Let's get to the island quick. 8 stars. Dive in and clap.
Okay, that was a really nice job by the music studio kids. And now we're going to really go into the ocean. So get ready, get into your canoes. We're going to start moving to our right first. So get your wave hands up. And here we go. Steady the canoe. Now we're getting into the smooth water. Let's start looking for the island with the best coconuts, shading our eyes from the sun. Go all day under the light of the sun, all night under the moon. 4 directions. Get out your paddles. Hoeana, Hoeana, rowing over the sea. Hoeana, Hoeana, bring the land to me.
Well, we made it to a beautiful, tropical, sunny, white-sanded, blue, clear water so you could see the bottom of it, island. And it's a really beautiful place. Hey, George, there's coconut trees.
Yeah.
Wait, I think I'm going to climb up one. Grab the coconut.
Careful.
I have to climb down. And I'm going to hammer it open. I'm going to try it. I hope it's good. I really hope it's good. Bloop. Oh, that's so terrible. Oh, I've never tasted
I
a
can
worse.
smell it over here.
I've never tasted a worse coconut in my entire life. We have to go to a different island. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Hoeana, Hoeana, Hoe, Hoe, Hoeana. 8 stars. Hoe, Hoe, Hoeana, Hoe, Hoe, Hoeana. What's that?
Let's get those kids. Get those coconuts and make them walk the plank.
It's pirates.
Pirates, let's get out of here. Where are we going to go?
Somebody point to another island.
Over there.
Let's go.
Go.
Hoe, Hoe, Hoeana, Hoe, Hoe, Hoeana.
Faster.
Hoe, Hoe, Hoeana, Hoe, Hoe, Hoeana.
Oh, we've been gone for about 8 months now. But wait, this place is beautiful, and there's coconuts all over the ground. Hey, everybody, pick one up and throw it to Paul so he can try it.
Not everybody.
Are you okay?
I'm not sure.
Do you have a juicy one?
Well, here's one.
Ooh, that's a beauty.
Let's see.
Okay.
It won't open. Do you think?
Use your head.
No, I might get a concussion.
Oh, yeah.
Does anybody have a chainsaw? Wait, George knows how to use that.
Oh, yeah, let's try the chainsaw.
I'm going to throw it over to George.
Okay, throw it. I got it. Okay, let's see if we can get this chainsaw to start. It works. Okay, that's good. Oh, it broke the chain. It broke the chain. But the good news is I oiled the chain with coconut oil, so it won't taste like motor oil. What are we going to do?
Throw it back to Paul.
Throw it back to Paul. There you go.
There's a big rock over there.
Okay.
Use the rock. It opened right up.
It opened right up.
How's it smell?
Smells good. Looks good. It's got lots of oil in it. Let's see. Should I try it?
Try it.
I'm going to take my spoon. I can't do it. We've had too many failures. Should we just go home?
No, we're hungry. We got to eat.
What do you guys say? Should we just go home or should we?
Tell him to try it.
Yeah.
Try it! Everybody try it! Come on, Paul, try it!
Okay, if you guys say so. it's been a long journey. So here we go. It's crunchy. Well, I wouldn't say it's good, but I would say it's the best in the world. We did it. Now, hoey, 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 na. And people ask us, why do we sing the fast part of Howe Ana at the very end, even though we found the coconut? Well, guess what? We have to tell our relatives way over in the other islands that we found the place and we have to bring them to this island. So that's the story of Howe Ana. You guys did a really good job.
Hi, everybody. This is virtual Falcon Ridge. Unfortunately, we can't be there with you, so we're going to do it from here. We're going to do the percussion workshop, a little bit of percussion, a little bit of groove. I've got Nico here to help me. And we're going to talk first a little bit about polyrhythms, which is what we do at the festival. Poly means more than one. And if I were to do a 1 beat and he were to do 2 in the same space and maybe then 3 with that, that's polyrhythms. And we can do that by assigning different numbers. You'll see, we're going to do that. We're first going to use numbers. And then I like to do it with syllables, words with syllables. I do it with food. So you ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, so first we're going to start off with just 1. So 1. Now Nico is going to have to super focus. When you do polyrhythms, you have to listen to the heartbeat, but you also have to focus on your own and try and feel the heartbeat while counting your own number. So I'm going to have him do a 2 while I do the 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So he's going to super focus. So those of you out there, one person may want to do the 1 and somebody else can do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And I am going to do, keep going. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Came back. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I'm going to do peach, 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 and he's doing apple, 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 and I'm going to do pumpkin pie, pumpkin pie, pumpkin pie, pumpkin pie, pumpkin pie, pumpkin pie. So we're doing that. Now we can also say, I want a burger with fries. I want a burger with fries. I want a burger with fries. Well, or we could do, what else could we do? We could do, what's some
vinegar with cheese.
Vinegar with cheese. Vinegar with cheese. So you can put in whatever. So there's your 1. Vinegar with cheese. Vinegar with cheese. So ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. So whatever you put together, that's right. So you put all those together, and that's how a drum kit player plays. That's how a rhythm ensemble plays. So we're going to do something a little bit different now. He's going to use a shaker. Now we use all different kinds of things for shakers. I will take a water bottle and put rice in it, and that'll make a cool shaker. What Nico has, this is a replica of a very old shaker. This is a piece of leather that's gotten hard and has shaky bits in it on a stick. But I also went into my yard and took dead branches from the trees and carved off the bark and sanded the edges. And that makes a nice sound too. If you hold them tight, there's not as much vibration. And if it's loose, you get a lot more vibration. So I'm going to play my flute. I always do this at the festival, so I just have to do that right now. So I'm going to do 1 and you're going to do 1 too. You want to see if you could do that? Okay, yeah, ready? 1. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There you go. 1, 2. Good job. Gonna go faster? No. Okay. here I have my native North American flute. And this is a drone flute. It's got moving notes on one side and a sustaining holding note on the other side, like bagpipes. You would hear the note holding. And I'm going to play this the way I always do at the festival. And I'm going to ask you to keep the beat behind me. And one of the things that's so important when you are the percussionist with somebody is to listen to the heartbeat. So here I have my ankle shakers, and you can play along to that. And if you feel yourself straying, just pull yourself back. If I go faster, you go faster. If I go slower, you go slower. At some point, I'm going to go fast and see if you can keep up with me. And then at some point, I'm going to do softer and louder, softer and louder. So are you ready? Here we go. Now, sometimes louder, people go faster. You don't go faster, you just play louder. Softer. Same heartbeat, but softer. Same heartbeat, but louder. Excellent. Now I can hear you. I hope you can hear the drum beat of the thunder here where I am in Florida. So the other thing I'd like to show you is, I'm always talking about things you can do to help your percussion bones get stronger. I'm right-handed, but I do a lot of things with my left hand to make it stronger, to make it have better groove. So one of the things I have folks do is this. If I say snap twice with one hand while you snap three in the other in the same little time period, you say, get out, I can't do it. But here's a way to do that. If you take your hands and you go, is called in music world a 2 against a 3. So that would be, if you do it like this, not difficult, not difficult. Together, hand, hand, hand. Not difficult, not difficult, not. Try that with me. Not difficult. Together, hand, hand, hand. And always when you're trying to learn something on percussion, it's like when I learned piano or guitar, the slower you do it in the beginning, the easier it is for your brain to process the information. If you do it too fast, you think you're going to get to the finish line faster, but it'll slow you down. You do it super slow. Like when I practice my guitar, my little guitar licks or my piano licks, I do it super slow. So not difficult, not difficult, not difficult. And the other is eat your green spinach. So it goes, that's a 3 against a 4. So it goes like this. Eat your green spinach. Eat your green spinach. Eat your green spinach. Eat your green spinach. And if you look at my hands, if you count, one is doing a 3 and one is doing a 4. Eat your green spinach. Super slow. Or eat your green spinach. Eat your green spinach. Eat your green spinach. So those are different kind of things that you can do to help your percussion chops get stronger. So practice that. And I play on everything. I get a little set of brushes and I play them wherever I can. I play them on cans, I play them on bottles, I play them on plastic. So everything can be a percussion instrument if you give it a chance. And there you have it. Thanks for being with me. Hey y'all. I'm wearing my mask, as you can see. And I'm wearing this because I'm taking it off because I'm at home just by myself. But as we know, now is a time when people are wearing masks, and there are some folks who are having issues with kids with issues with wearing masks and being bullied for wearing masks. So that applies to what I always talk about at the festival about bullies. What do you do when someone's bullying you? You know, you say, no, that's not okay. Or you get your friends to stand up with you and say to the bully, no, that's not how you behave. Or you get your teacher or your loved ones at home, or your principal or counselor or your neighbor. If you have somebody who you know you can trust and talk to, you can say, I'm having a problem, what do I do? And you keep telling till somebody helps you. And the big thing with bullies is sometimes they don't think about how they're making other people feel. So you say, no, that's making me feel bad. No, not okay. So we're going to sing this song about bullies and all the different kinds of ways sometimes bullies can pick on folks and how you think about maybe a better way to be instead of a bully. So when I play this song at the festival, y'all keep the groove for me. You keep it on 1. And sometimes people go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's up to you, whatever you want to do. So here we go. It's a funk groove. Some kids picking other kids. Stand up strong. Tell them bullying is just wrong. Yeah. A bully is someone who pushes you around, calls you names and makes you feel down. Just because a bully doesn't know the way to act doesn't mean you have to be a bully back. Yeah. What do you do? Someone's bullying you. Get your friends to help, or those you love at home. Your teacher, your principal, no, you're not alone. Tell everyone you know how to get along. Tell them bullying is just wrong. You got the groove going? Just because someone's face is a different color doesn't mean we should make fun of one another. Or maybe there were glasses or talk a different way doesn't mean meanness is okay. Maybe the girl or boy is smaller or taller or comes from a different kind of family than y'all. Doesn't mean it's right for other kids to say, we don't want to hang with you, go away. What do you do when someone's bullying you? Yeah. Get your friends to help, or those you love at home. Your teacher, your principal, you're not alone. Tell everyone you know how to get along. Tell them bullying is just wrong. Just because someone doesn't have a lot of money doesn't mean we should make them feel funny. Or maybe they're from another church or land doesn't mean we can't hold their hand. Some people talk about others on the net. Shut it off, do other things instead, like do a dance or write a song about how bullying is just wrong. Yeah. What do you do when someone's bullying you? Get your friends to help, or those you love at home. Your teacher, your counselor, no, you're not alone. Tell everyone you know how to get along. Tell them bullying is just wrong. Stand up for what's right, don't play the game. Be a friend to others even though we're not the same. Tell everyone, get along. Tell them bullying is just wrong. Tell them bullying is just wrong. Tell them bullying is just wrong. Thank you. Stand up.
Something is coming and it's coming slow, the way the crack in the windshield grows. Oh, how it creeps so. Something is coming and it's coming slow, the way the crack in the windshield grows. How deep the crack goes. This is the last song that we sing together. May it lift our hearts, may our voices be heard. Let us feel every word. May our voices feel heard, let us feel every word. This is the last drink that we have together, make it a slow one. May we pause and toast to this moment in time. May we pause and toast to this moment in time. Something is coming and it's coming slow, the way the crack in the windshield goes. Oh, how it creeps so. Something is coming and it's coming slow, the way the crack in the windshield goes. How deep the crack goes. If this is the last dance that we have together, let's trust as we move through the space, as we glide along, our hearts will beat as one. As we glide along, our hearts will beat as one. Maybe the wake-up call, the canary in the coal mine. May this show us that normal isn't fine. Maybe a warning that normal isn't fine. Something is coming and it's coming slow, the way the crack in the windshield goes. Oh, how it creeps so. Something is coming and it's coming slow, the way the crack in the windshield goes. How deep the crack goes. For a million, tilled the land for 12,000 years, built metal machines for 100 or two. Now we stared at screens for just a few. This may be the song that we sing forever, make it mean something. May our voices soar high, gazing eye to eye.
Let our voices soar high, gazing eye to eye. No need to ask why.
Just gaze into each other's eyes. Something is coming and it's coming slow, the way the crack in the windshield goes. Oh, how it creeps so. Something is coming and it's coming slow, the way the crack in the windshield goes. How deep the crack goes.
Inhales and exhale every breath. Every day I'm on a bright new scene, no time spent at home, daily hustle just to keep my mind at ease. Master name, new pet record, but still was on the doorway, feeling this like it's so complex. Severity of humanness is drowning self-interest. Greed, overpower, the intellect, ready to change the world, but it's conveyed by power and its influence. The poverty of those working minimum salaries for a few pretty pennies. We get locked up. Big government assistance as we cry for resistance. What happened to simplicity of survival needs? I won't tell my body to make a few dollars, but I'll check Benjamin in your collar. What you spend is alcoholistic. Has to plead begging for forgiveness. Too late to go your own earth the sun. Just be the new evolution. Just be the new evolution. Just be the new evolution. When I'm gone, and I won't know the right from the wrong when I'm gone, and you will find me singing on this song when I'm gone. So I guess I'll have to do it while I'm here, and I won't feel the flowing of the time when I'm gone. All the pleasures of love will not be mine when I'm gone. My pen won't pour out a lyric when I am gone. So I guess I'll have to do it while I'm here.
What did you say when you shout so loud it's hard to tell? You say that I must change my ways, or I am surely bound to hell. Well, I know you'd damn me if you could, but my friend, that's simply not your call. If God is great and God is good, why is your heaven so small? You say you know, you say you've read that holy Bible upon the shelf. Do you recall when Jesus said, "Judge not lest ye be judged yourself"? For I know you'd damn me if you could, but my friend, that's simply not your call. If God is great and God is good, why is your heaven so small? With your fists that shake and your eyes that burn, what makes you do these things you do? I would not be surprised to learn someone somewhere excluded you. My friend, imagine it if you would. A love much mightier than us all. Oh, if God is great and God is good, why is your heaven? Why is your heaven so small? Why? Heaven so small. Hey, Falcon Ridge. I miss you. I miss you so much. And I'm so happy to have been invited to be part of this year's virtual festival. I miss you so much. I miss the hillside. I miss the stars. I miss the rain and the mud, and I miss slopping down the hillside. I miss getting dressed in the car. I miss drinking lukewarm beer. And I miss all and each of you so much. I miss you from the bottom of my heart. And I can't wait until we can be together again and hug our sweaty, fragrant bodies against each other. And, until we can do that, stay well, be well. And I look forward to that time when we can see each other in person. Heaven So Small, that song from the Gospel Truth, gospel music for agnostics. And this next song from a project called An American in Havana. And this is for all of us who wish we could travel right about now. Maybe we can just travel from the bedroom to the kitchen table to the refrigerator. But in our imaginations, we can go around the world. So here's for all of you, like me. Can't wait till we can see new places again. So you brought along your girlfriend, your kind of pretty crazy girlfriend. What the hell were you thinking? She never stops drinking, she talks all the time. And now you're running out of money. Yeah, you've been running through the money. You don't know where it all went right now. You just spent your very last dime. But when you're in a 1955 Chevy Bel Air and you're cruising down Malecon, oh, all your troubles are gone. But when you're in a 1955 Chevy Bel Air and you're cruising La 23, oh, world's a wonderful place. Yeah, and you're driving with the top down. You're in the sunshine with the top down. Yeah, you're rolling in a carriage that is the perfect marriage of vinyl and chrome. You got the white walls and the tail fins, the two-tone color and the tail fins. Salsa on the AM station. Why in this vacation, why ever go home? 'Cause when you're in a 1955 Chevy Bel Air and you're cruising on Malecon, all your troubles are gone. Oh, all your troubles are gone. When you're in a 1955 Chevy Bel Air and you're cruising La 23, this world's a wonderful place. Oh, world's a wonderful place. As you roll past La Zora y el Cuervo, you'll smile and let every last care go, floating away on the music in your ears. As you roll past La Melia Cohiba, your girlfriend gets out and says, see ya, yeah, she's over it, she's had enough. You don't care because now you're in love with a trip roulette. Hey, ba 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 da da. Sing when you're in 1955. Or when you're in a 1955 Chevy Bel Air and you're cruising down Malecon, all your troubles are gone. Oh, all your troubles are gone. When you're in 1955 Chevy. Or when you're in a 1955 Chevy Bel Air and you're cruising La 23, world's a wonderful place. Oh, world's a wonderful place. Everybody east of the Mississippi. When you're in a 1955 Chevy Bel Air and you're cruising down Malecon, all your troubles are gone. Everybody west of the Mississippi. When you're in a 19... World's a wonderful place. Everybody from Canada. When you're in a 1955 Chevy Bel Air and you're cruising down Malecon, oh,
eyes. Oh, when you're in the 1955 Chevy Bel Air. Oh, la 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 la. When you're in the 1955 Chevy Bel Air.
Happy Falcon Ridge, everybody.
Falcon Ridge,
we miss
we
you.
miss you.
2021, we'll see you again. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope you're dancing wherever you are. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. We sat around the table and we drank a bottle of wine, and it poured around us like a moat till no one could get us. And I was fine, and I said, haven't I paid my dues by now? Haven't I paid my dues by now? Haven't I paid my dues by now? And don't I get the right to choose? Well, I choose you to take up all of my time, and I choose you because you're funny and kind. I want easy people from now on. Easy people, people. Easy people, people. Oh, my house is full of empty rooms and broken phrase, and other people's stuff in my house. We see by Christmas lights in your TV, and that seems to be enough to see what we want to see. You let me be who I want to be, and will be from now on. From now on. Easy people, people. Easy people, people. Why can't I be easy? Why can't I be easy like you? Oh, to you I would give the songs I write, the words I pray, and the morning light that pumps into this room today. If you would only rise, if you would only say, I want you to take up all of my time. I want you because you're funny and kind, and we'll be easy from now on. From now on. Easy people, people. Easy people, easy people. Easy people, easy people. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you all so much. We miss being at the farm with you, but we're so glad you're here. We're outside so that we can make sure we have like all of the feelings of Falcon Ridge, you know, like heat, humidity, maybe a little rain, mosquitoes flying down your throat, but also so that we can be safe with each other. I think about Easy People in the middle of that song, and I thought, being asked to stay in your house for many, many months at a time with your chosen people is an intense thing. And I hope that you found that at least, like maybe 20% of the time, you were the easy people for each other.
This is a new song. It's called Magnificat.
My daddy is a drinker, my mama is a thinker. I have been chosen to bear this child. Can't tell you who's the father, I'm too young to be a mother. And I know somehow I am undefiled. I am standing proud. Oh, in these hills of West Virginia, you don't know what you got in ya until you tunnel down into the mines. And my mama told me stories of playing in the quarries, searching for diamonds that she never find. She got left behind. Oh, something tells me that this baby will magnify everything, all the good times and the bad times. Whatever my troubles or my blessings were before, they'll be more. All the men I know in this town go to bars and sleep around. The girls like me have to deal with the rest, and they'll say my life is ruined, and I know that that's not true, and it's a story for the other folks who choose to be distressed. I know that I've been blessed. Oh, oh, and I know my child will suffer, and his life will be much rougher than a kid that's born in Charleston with a pool in his backyard. But it's God who loves the lowly, and this baby will be holy, holy mine, and I will love him, and my love will magnify. Something tells me that this baby will magnify everything, all the good times and the bad times. Whatever my troubles or my blessings were before, they'll be more. There'll be more. There'll be more. More and more and more and more and more.
I believe in our power, our collective power to make change. I believe that if all of us push in the right direction, that better things can come. And this is our anthem to that. This is the truth of who I am. And it's taken me my whole life to celebrate. I won't go back. You can give me a number, slap on a label, tell me I won't be welcome at your table, but I won't bow down to the tyrants anymore. To do, I've been here before. Tyrants always fall. Always tyrants always fall. Always. This is the truth of where we've been. Taken the world till now to take an honest look around. There are lies on the TV, lies in the paper, lies on my phone just grown from the vapor. But I won't be fooled by the liars anymore. This is the truth that we can't ignore. We are the grown-ups now. Think of all those times we've been down and this. We are made of strong stuff. We were made for this. And tyrants always fall. This is the truth we've always known. There isn't a lightning bolt to set things right, to bring us home. It's gonna take all our courage, take all our actions, take every heart in every single fashion. And it's gonna take time. Some of us won't live that long. When one gets weak, it means it's your turn to be strong. There are tyrants and there are of them. There are more of us than there are of them. There are tyrants and there are of them.
us than there are of them. There are more of us than there are always.
And please,
Vote.
please, vote.
Happy Falcon Ridge.
My name's Jim Christensen. This is my wife, Madeline. We've been doing the Cajun and Zydeco dance lessons there. I've been there since the first dance. And then we met at Falcon Ridge and got married 2 years later. And 3 years after that, had our daughter, Allison. What year was the first year of dancing there, 1990?
We don't know when the first year of dancing was. The first contra dance was 92, and that's when Pat and I first came.
The first year there was a dance tent there. We did the dance, I did the dance instruction for the Cajun and Zydeco. That year or shortly after that, we met, got together, ended up getting married, and then Allison came along 3 years later, and she pretty much grew up at Falcon Ridge. As far as Ann and Bub go, I knew them years before from another festival. We worked together, and Bub actually came to a dance lesson a few months before the first time they had dancing at the festival.
My first Falcon Ridge was 1992, I think it was 92, when they had the Uncle Gizmo playing for a contra dance, and Tony Parks was the caller. Pat Melita and I had been approached by Ann and Bub to put together a full dance weekend, and this was their little entryway into the full dance weekend, and was on a floor that was like really crooked. My first calling at Falcon Ridge was 94, and the first several years I was in charge of the logistics of the dance tent, and Pat was my assistant, and that's like one of the hardest jobs I've ever had.
We are Pat and Kat, and we are the dance team of Pat and Kat. You were there at Falcon Ridge before you and I started teaching. I was there the same year Paul was talking about, when we had the dance floor that shooted us off into the field somewhere. It was like that, and so we would all dance to the upper corner, but I wasn't performing.
But that was my first year just being there. And the following year, Ann and Bub went to Flurry, and they made arrangements to talk to Paul and me about getting the dancers to come to the festival. And we told them, you hire this one, or this one, or this one, or this one. And they hired them all. And that's what started the real dance scene at that point. It was unbelievable.
Pat said, have Katryna come. So she and I started doing swing dance. It was probably 1993, because that was the year you're talking about that you started calling, I think, Paul. And it was the year after I first attended as a participant, and Pat and I started doing swing, and we've been doing swing there ever since. What's your favorite memory of Falcon Ridge?
One of those rainy years was actually how we met, because we were walking around. I had the opportunity to hold a blanket up over her head and keep her dry while we walked around. And that's how we met.
First of all, the fact that Bub and Ann listened to my advice, and for years I said, you should get Great Bear Trio. And it took them a while to catch on. Great Bear was booked up all the time. When they finally came, they just blew everybody away with their amazing music. In recent years, an offshoot of Great Bear, Buddy System. Dancing to Buddy System has been like unlike anything I've ever danced to. They're just so incredible, the energy that comes from inside them. So, but then going the opposite direction, Culver Griffith and Country Spice, they all started there in their 80s. Culver lasted until he was like 93 years old, calling at Falcon Ridge. He was as sharp as anybody, and he had this dry sense of humor that sometimes would offend people. I loved it when some people would get all upset because of his sarcasm, but he was just funny, and he was the old school, and was very underappreciated. But boy, I learned so much from Culver. And of course, Ralph Sweet, every year Ralph Sweet being there. What a legend Ralph Sweet was with his singing square dances. just about every year, the Contras for Novices session, the enthusiasm that comes from those first-time dancers is just like nothing I've ever seen. They're so excited to be dancing.
We were in a tent kind of on the hill and it slid down the hill.
The tent did?
Yeah. The poles pulled right out. I think every year's been great.
I got to see Judy Collins, who I have idolized my whole life, and be just a few feet away from her, and Janice Ian. And I got to call with some of the most amazing bands around that I never would have gotten to call with. For me, coming out there and seeing all those people, especially the ones, like you said, Paul, who've never done it before in their lives, never done swing dancing at all. And by the end of it, I can say to them, okay, you're dancers, and the band can start to play. And, you know, they're not picking each other up and throwing them over their heads, but they're having a good time.
One of my favorite times was seeing Jimmy LaFay that I've never seen live before.
Yeah.
It's amazing the bands, that the Cajun and Zydeco bands. Steve Riley played there, Gino Delafosse, Buzu Chavis. They've had the biggest bands and local bands. I don't think any other festival can say they had a better lineup, you know.
My favorite year was, or people that I heard there, was the Basin Brothers from New Orleans, and they were fantastic. I've seen them since down there, but that was, you know, to hear them live was just wonderful.
The Basin Brothers, by the way, were the first Cajun band to play there. That first year they played in that little tiny tent.
Right.
So my daily life is pretty much the same, friends. The rest of the time I spend in the woods. I just did 3 hours today on a trail improvement at a trail nearby me with a crew of women. It was all women doing that.
What I'm doing now is we've made a video of dances that are going to work for virtual dancing in library programs. And if schools don't go into session in the fall, we'll use it for schools.
You know, I moved a couple of times a couple of years ago, and I've finally gotten most of my stuff put away because I haven't been on the run doing things. I did make, I think I had it with me last year, a new CD. We're trying to get that out.
She works in IT and she's able to work from home. I'm retired, canoeing. My garden is the best it's ever been. There's not a weed in it. And I've got more fruit, more vegetables out there than we're going to eat. And the whole yard is getting cleaned up. It's been really nice, actually.
I'm really going to miss all you folks, and I can't wait till 2021. It's very difficult to not be at Falcon Ridge, because it's my favorite outdoor festival of the year, and it's so
real.
It just feels so good to be there. So take care of yourselves, everybody.
I'm going to miss the food. I'm going to miss the people. It's my favorite outdoor festival. It's a time when I renew myself to get my way through the next few months until time for the flurry. So everybody keep dancing in whatever way you're dancing.
Till next time, have a happy trail and be good to each other. Folks.
Stop.
Happy trails to you until we meet again.
Love you lots. Bye.
Guys.
Bye.
Join hands in a great big ring. Circle to the left and you hear me sing. Oh, you circle to the left and you circle to the south. Put a little moonshine in your mouth. Go into the middle and you give a little shout. Oh, swing partner when you come out. Swing and whirl. Whirl and a whirl and a whirl and a whirl. Oh, hello, everyone. I'm coming to you from Asheville, North Carolina. This is Beth Malaro, and I have been calling contra dances and square dances at the Falcon Ridge Folk Festival since 1998. Wow. I've been calling contra dances for nearly 30 years, and so much of that calling life has been spent every summer making the pilgrimage to Falcon Ridge Folk Festival, and I have loved being a part of that festival and your community, the community that we create together there at the dance stage, introducing festival goers to contra dancing for the first time, and also calling for very avid dancers who come from all over the country to spend the weekend at Falcon Ridge together. So I'm missing y'all very much. I'm doing okay. Life is odd. but okay. And we're all here together in this virtual forum, and it's just really good to feel connected. So enjoy the festival, and I look forward to seeing y'all soon, next year, I hope, when this is done. And have a great festival. Bye now.
Babe, isn't this great? It's got Falcon Ridge. We don't even have to get off the couch. You getting up? If you're getting up, I'll have a yoo-hoo. No, I don't want you to get up. I'm just saying, if you get up, I'll have a yoo-hoo. I don't want you to get up. I want a yoo-hoo from a person who's gotten up of their own accord. I just can't move because Mary Gauthier is coming up and I'm not missing. Besides, there's John Platt. John Platt is a genius announcer and I'm not missing anything he does. So anyway, but if you get up, I will take a yoo-hoo. And you know I love you, right? Can I have a yoo-hoo?
Welcome back to the virtual Falcon Ridge. I'm John Platt from WFUV, and thanks to Eric for those words of wisdom for everybody. You can usually count on him for some after-hours jams up on the hill, and I understand even there, though of course there's no farm this year or hill to do the jams on, there are some song circles which we're planning to continue anyway. Perhaps the Big Orange Tarp, Pirate Camp, Budgie Dome, Night Owl Song Swap, and a new one, Dave Carter Song Circle. You should check out the Falcon Ridge Folk website or the Friends of Falcon Ridge Facebook page to find out what has taken place or what may take place. Meanwhile, I must thank Ann Saunders and her volunteer staff for pulling this all together against incredible odds. It's so important that it continue, and that's why we're thankful for the 2020 Share and Shelter in Place Festival. My first Falcon Ridge was in 2000, and it was really transformative for me. It turns out that there was perfect weather. That's unheard of, but there were also two groups that really changed my world. One was Dave Carter and Tracy Grammer, and the other was Mary Gauthier. Of course, we know that Dave died tragically just a week before the festival in 2002. Mary has gone on to really achieve great renown as a world-class songwriter. Her song Mercy Now, I think, is one of the 10 best songs of the 21st century, and more relevant now than when she recorded it in 2006. And her most recent album, Rifles and Rosary Beads, which is songs co-written with the military veterans, got her a Grammy nomination and an Album of the Year award at the International Folk Music Awards. So we'll be hearing from Mary a little bit later in this hour. But there are a couple of other dance groups that we have to get attention to. One is the Russet Trio. They play regularly at the Columbia County Contra Dance Series, where they are the resident house band. And the other dance group is the Buddy System, which plays music with heart and deep groove. They've played for dancers in more than 20 states. Both groups are appearing for the 6th time on Falcon Ridge. Now, the last headliner on the main stage this year will be Eileen Ivers. And how is she's so special. She was a New York City prodigy as a kid, a 9-time All-Ireland fiddle champion, and she's such an exciting performer. She's been called the Hendrix of the violin, but her music is not just Celtic music, it's a blend of Celtic and world music, and that's why she calls her group Universal Roots. But beyond the old favorites, Ann Saunders is always looking for some new talent, and we've got a pair of really thrilling first-timers to introduce you to. Well, one is Alisa Amador. She was a standout at the Nerissa conference last fall. She has parents who are in a Latin band in Boston, and she shares some of that heritage, but beyond that, folk and jazz, and she's just an outstanding vocalist. And we're going to start off this last part of the Falcon Ridge Folk Festival with Crystal Shawanda. She's a Juno Award-winning Canadian-born Nashville-based artist. she's one of the most powerful new voices in the blues world. So we have so much to look forward to, for old and new and all good. So thanks for being with us online at Falcon Ridge.
All right, Jaja, it's your turn. Come on up. It's time for you to sing a song by request. Jaja was requested to sing a song. So she's going to do a little bit of Twinkle Twinkle Stars for you. All right, you ready? Here we go. Twinkle,
twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above our world so high, like a demon in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Oh, always go with a big finish. say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
All right, I guess we're gonna do one more. Jaja loves this song. We're gonna do Blame It on the Sugar, Jaja. This is something me and Dwayne wrote one day after feeding Jaja when she was a little baby. She had a bib that said Blame the Sugar, and we turned it into a song called Blame It on the Sugar. So, yeah, let's have some fun before we go. Psychedelic on a Ferris wheel, candy coated, that's the way I feel. Ooh, mama, he's a looker. Blame it on the sugar. Just enough to fix my sweet toothache. A box of chocolate strawberry shake. Ooh, mama, he's a looker. Blame it on the sugar. All it takes is just a little taste, and it's like the frosting on a birthday cake. Oh, blame it on the sugar. Blame it on the sugar. Oh, mama, he's a looker. On the sugar. I like bubble gum and soda pop. And there's some things that I just can't stop. Ooh, mama, he's a looker. Blame it on the sugar. I'm gonna get us a big king-size bed, and then we'll paint a candy apple red. Ooh, mama, he's a looker. Blame it on the sugar. And all it takes is just a little taste, and it's like the frosting on a birthday cake. Oh, blame it on the sugar. Yeah, let's all clap our hands for Daddy Stroll over there. All it takes is just a little taste, and it's like the frosting on a birthday cake. Oh, blame it on the sugar. You blame it on the sugar. Ooh, mama, he's a looker. You blame it on the sugar. Ooh, blame it on the sugar. Blame it on the sugar. Ooh, mama, he's a looker. You blame it on the sugar. Ooh, blame it on the sugar. Sugar high. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Thank you, Falcon Ridge 2020 and Saunders. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day, everybody. I'm Crystal Shawanda. This is Dwayne Strobel, and this is Jaja. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Are we done?
We're done.
And balance. Spin right one spot. Balance spin right one spot. Balance the ring. Swing your finger on the side. Start at half K, left in the center, right up the side, ladies, push back, turn around, partner your swing. Facing up, circle, release it, face up and down, half to the face with a new side,
I'm in bed each night by night. P.S. I love you. Yesterday we had some rain, but all in all, I can't complain. Was it dusty on the train? Sing with me. P.S. I love you. Ride to the Browns just as soon as you're able. They came around to call. Oh, and I burned a hole in the dining room table. Now let me see, I guess that's all. Nothing more for me to say, and so I'll close. But by the way, everybody's thinking of you. P.S. I love you. I try my best to obey all of your wishes. I put a sign up, think, oh, but I've gotta buy us a new set of dishes. I wash the ones piled up in the sink. Nothing more to tell you, dear, except each day feels like a year. Every night I'm dreaming of you. P.S. I love you. P.S. I love you. P.S. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love only you. Hi everyone, my name's Alisa Amador. What a tremendous honor to be a part of the Falcon Ridge Festival. This is my first time. And that's a song by Mercer and Jenkins, two songwriters by the names of Mercer and Jenkins. P.S. I Love You from the Dust Bowl era. Another difficult moment in America's history. And I like to hold on to the fact that love is that thread through all of us, holding us together. Speaking of love, now I'm gonna play you one of mine. This is one in Spanish called Nada que ver, which means having nothing to do with something. And I wish it had nothing to do with love, but I find myself having written another love song, even when I didn't want to. The verses say, oh, I don't want any more, I want it to be, what is it? Oh, I want it to be a drop of honey. I want it to last longer than a paper airplane. I want this melody to have nothing to do, nada que ver, with your love. Dicen que mientes, es la verdad. Dicen que cantas, quiero escuchar, quiero saber lecciones sobre amar. Yo quiero saber menos de lo que cantan. Yo quiero que sea una gota de miel que dure más que un avión de papel, que la melodía tenga nada que ver con tu Ay, no quiero más granos de sal como recuerdo de amar. El fuego siempre da calor hasta quemar. Pero hay algo de ti. Quiero dudar. Yo quiero que sea una gota de miel que dure más que un avión de papel, que la melodía tenga nada que ver con tu Thank you, sweet person, for listening. What a revolutionary act to listen. This song's called Heartless Author, and it's dedicated to anyone who has suffered or struggled with a mean internal narrator from time to time. May this be a love song for you, for healing. My name is Alisa Amador. Thanks for being here. Is there too much to say? Am I too much for you? Is it too much to take if I tell you the truth? Today the writer in my head took a break. In came a heartless author that I couldn't shake. How do I get you to go? When I'm doubting all I know. Am I ever enough? Will I always be blue? They say all's fair in love. How do I know it's true? Today the rudder in my heart lost lost its way. It changed the course to other shores farther away. Who can say where we'll go? It's okay not to know. Who can say where we'll go? It's okay not to know. Oh, oh.
One, two, three. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden along with the sunshine. There's gotta be a little rain sometimes. When you take, you gotta give. So live and let live, or let go. Oh, 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 I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden. I can promise you things like big diamond rings, but you don't find roses growing on stalks of clover. So you better think it over. And if sweet talking you could make it come true, I would give you the world right now on a silver platter. But what would it matter? So smile for a while and let's be jolly. Love shouldn't be so melancholy. Come along and share the good times while we can. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden along with the sunshine. There's gotta be a little rain sometime. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden. I could sing you a tune and promise you the moon, but if that's what it takes to hold you, I'd just as soon let you go. But there's one thing I want you to know. You better look before you leap. Still waters run deep, and there won't always be someone there to pull you out. And you know what I'm talking about. So smile for a while and let's be jolly. Love shouldn't be so melancholy. Come along and share the good times while we can. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden along with the sunshine. There's gotta be a little rain sometimes. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden along with the sunshine. There's gotta be a little rain sometimes. Beg your pardon.
cry of all the ways to tell a lie. Well, she did it with a smile. Oh, and her blue eyes shining. Her long hair was hanging down. Oh, said there was no silver lining to the way that she let me down. Yeah, of all the ways to sing the blues, indigos and darker hues, I guess she chose what she had to choose. Yeah, but she did it with a smile. Walking on that frozen lake, waiting for the ice to break. You can get right down to the heart of the mistake. There's not much heart in it at all. Smile. Oh, oh, she did it with a smile. Hey, she did it with a smile.
Hey, Falcon Ridge Folk Festival. Mary Gauthier here with Jamie Harris. Oh my God, we wish we were there with all of you, but here we sit. And this is our contribution to the festival this year. We miss everybody so much. We really, really do. But we're honored to be able to find a way to make it work in some way, and this digital thing is better than no thing. So we're going to start with the song that I wrote with a group of military spouses and their experience, although their husbands served in different wars and different branches of the military, their experiences overlapped. And what they told me is there's a war after the war, and this is their song. This is the wives' song. It goes like this. Who's gonna care for the ones who care for the ones who went to war? There's landmines in the living room, eggshells on the floor. Lost myself in the shadow of your honor and your pain. You stare out of the window as our dreams go down the drain. Invisible. War after the war. I get no basic training, I get no purple heart. I'm supposed to carry on, I can't fall apart. People look at you and thank you for the sacrifice you made. They look at me and smile, say I'm lucky, you're okay. Invisible. right here by your side. I am not your enemy. I don't want to fight. There's no going back in time. I know you're not the same. You're not the only one for whom the world has changed. Invisible. The war after the war. The war after the war. And this next song is an older song that was on a record I put out in 2005 called Mercy Now. And I wrote this for my dear friend Dave Carter, who had passed away. We all at Falcon Ridge love Dave and Tracy. And I'm still sending this out to the spirit of Dave Carter, who will live forever inside of me for sure. And I know all of you loved him too. It's called The Wheel Inside the Wheel. It goes like this. The parade of souls marches across the sky. Their heat and light bathed in blue as they march by, while the all-stars play when the saints go marching in, until the second line forms. They wave white hankies in the wind. Satchmo takes his solo, flashes his $1,000,000 smile. Marie Laveau promenades with Oscar Wilde. Big funky Stella twirls her little red umbrella to the beat as the soul parade winds its way down Eternity Street. Souls ain't born, so don't die. Soul ain't made of earth, ain't made of water, ain't made of sky. Ride the flaming circle, wind the golden reel, and roll on, brother, in the wheel inside the well. Mardi Gras Indians chant in the streets at sundown. Spy boy meets spy boy, big chief meets big chief uptown. Yeah, they circle and sway in rainbow-colored feathers and beads. They prance like peacocks, children of slavery free. Souls ain't born, so don't die. Soul ain't made of earth, ain't made of water, ain't made of sky. Ride the flaming circle, wind the golden wheel, and roll at the walkway to Lucky P.L.'s. They're having a party tonight, and all the girls are gonna be there, sipping them wormwood concoctions, drinking that absinthe, and talking some trash. Oh, it's a red carpet, black tie, all night celestial bash. Souls ain't born, so don't die. Soul ain't made of earth, ain't made of water, ain't made of sky. Ride the flaming circle, find the golden rail, and roll on, brother, in the wheel inside the well. Roll on, brother, in the wheel inside the well. Roll on, brother, in the wheel inside the well. I love y'all.
Falcon Ridge Folk Festival friends. Eileen Ivers here. Missing you guys so very, very much, and so wish we could be together. But at least we're virtually together, so thank you so much for tuning in. Here's a clip of our band Universal Roots with Maddie, Dave, Buddy, and Lindsay from last summer's New York City concert. It was in Bryant Park, part of the Carnegie Hall series Citywide Presents. It's a wonderful traditional African-American spiritual called Mary, Don't You Weep No More. As we do, we put a little bit of our Irish 6/8 feel in there, a little Irish-African blend. And it's a beautiful song of solace and of hope, and we hope you find some comfort in this song during these strange times. Mary, Don't You Weep.
Drowned it. Oh, maybe don't you? I said, oh, baby, don't you weep no more. Oh, baby, don't you weep no more. Pharaoh's army got drowned it. Oh, baby, don't you? Tell him I smoke on the water with a 2x4. Pharaoh's army got drowned it. Oh, maybe don't you weep. I say, oh, baby, don't you weep no more. Oh, baby, don't you weep no more. Pharaoh's army got drowned it. Oh, Mary.
I'm going to leave you now with this last piece. It's a medley of tunes that we did as part of a Beatles tribute set at the Milwaukee Irish Festival. That day we were joined on stage by a wonderful Brooklyn-based brass ensemble called the 100 Tones. I love this piece because you really hear the interaction of band and energy with the audience that only happens through live music. So stay safe, guys. Stay well, stay sound, keep the faith, and hope to be together really soon. Take care.
Sing it with one. Well, I'm looking all the lonely people in the cheap seats. Well, I'm looking all the lonely people. One more time. Well, I'm looking all the lonely people. I look at you all, see the love they're sleeping. While my guitar can leave me. I look at the floor. Ready? Gonna keep on walking forward. Gonna keep on walking forward. Gonna keep on walking forward. Never turning back. Never turning back. I'm gonna keep on singing loudly. Gonna keep on singing loudly. Gonna keep on singing loudly. Never turning back. Never turning back.
Gonna keep on loving boldly. Keep on loving boldly. Keep on loving boldly. Never turning back. Never turning back.
I'm gonna reach across our borders. Gonna reach across our borders. I'm gonna reach across our borders. Never turning back. Never turning back.
Gonna care for all Earth's creatures. Gonna care for all Earth's creatures. Gonna care for all Earth's creatures. Never turning back. Never turning back. I'm gonna sing this song together. Gonna sing this song together. Gonna sing this song together. Never turning back. Never turning back. I'm gonna welcome all to join us. Gonna welcome all to join us. I'm gonna welcome all to join us. Never turning back. Never turning back.
Gonna gather on this hillside. Gather on this hillside. Gather on this hillside. Never turning back. Never turning back.
Gonna keep on moving forward. Keep on moving forward. Keep on moving forward. Never turning back. Never turning back.
Thank you all.
Thank you for coming to the Falcon Ridge 2020 Share and Shelter in Place Festival. We're very happy you could come. The artists are happy you could come. I hope you're happy you came. And next year, may it be in Hillsdale. So we send you our best, and don't forget the sunscreen.
We all gather with our old friends, pitch our tents and build our shires. And when night falls on this new world, we all light our holy pyres. Then we gather with our stories and our songs 'neath starry skies. We have waited for these moments, and this evening speaks the why. Hope is growing, love is flowing, laughter fills the air. Voices sing, Friday night inside the dance tent, we all jump like we're on fire. Band of dancers ride the music. Who'd have thought we could get higher? But we know it's just beginning. We're just warming up the choir. We'll bring magic this whole weekend from our purest deep desire. Everybody sing. Hope is growing, love is flowing, laughter fills the air, laughter fills the air. Voices singing, voices sing, freedom ringing, freedom ring, peace our only prayer, our only prayer. Let there be peace. And on Saturday we listen to the singers of the songs. When the singers hit the chorus, everyone will sing along. We are singing songs of sorrow, we are singing songs of peace, singing songs of bright tomorrow when the waves of war have ceased. Let's sing it. Hope is growing, love is flowing, love is flowing, laughter fills the air, laughter fills the air. It's voices singing, freedom ring, peace our only prayer. Sunday morning, we awaken from our sleep to the voices of the cantors, gently wake us from our sleep. Spark our minds and move our bodies, lead us across that golden bridge as we sway in sacred union on the hills of Falcon Ridge.